Hey church, Pastor Adam Coote here. Great to be with you. We are on day 28 of the Red Letter Challenge as we're continuing on. I pray you are staying strong with these challenges too. Today we're starting on with the week of giving, and as we go through this challenge, Pastor Zender's verse for us today is that passage from Mark 6 verse 31, where Jesus says, talking to his disciples, he says, "You give them something to eat." And that's that account from where Jesus feeds the 5,000 people, and the disciples, they say, "We don't have anything to feed these people," and they end up finding a kid who's got a couple of crackers and some fish sticks, and God then takes that little bit and he uses it to feed this crowd and have leftovers. And it's amazing what God can do. And one of the things that reminds us of is the fact that so often we think that what we have isn't enough, that there's nothing that we can do that can be done to serve the kingdom with that little bit. Yet God can take little bits of stuff and do miracles of things. I'm reminded of the church I grew up in with during the Depression. The gals from the LWML group there, they collected the mites from their collection, and they were able to purchase the plot and build the church where the church still stands today with just the little bits that were collected. And the fact that God can do great things with little bit for each of us, it's a reminder that God has called us and has given each and every one of us gifts. Our job isn't to try and make sense of those things. Our job is to use what he's given us and to just be faithful. One of the things I often think about is the fact that we aren't called to a church that's supposed to make sense. We're called to a church where God is the one who makes things work. And that should be something we should strive for, where God can take the little bits that we have and he can do great things with them. That's where we find the strength. That's where we're called to put our trust that God's going to do the work. We just have to be faithful with those little bits that he's given us and go out and use them for his kingdom. And so our challenge today, at the end of this section, day 28, Pastor Zender challenges. He says, God has given you something that someone else could use. So use your resources to help somebody today. And so you are called to go and use those little resources to be faithful with what God has given you, to further that kingdom and to do miraculous things. And so, brothers and sisters in Christ, as you are continuing on with this challenge, I pray you are staying strong and that you are trusting in the Lord. Brothers and sisters, I am praying for you every day with this, as I pray for you all the time. But I'm particularly praying that you are staying strong with this. You are trusting in the Lord to do great things in you. And as always, may you remember that wherever you go and whatever you do, you are on the King's business. God bless you, everyone. We'll see you next time.